Hello everybody, I hope you're doing fantastically well. It is Connor here and we are back with another Room Mill. We are back with another One Leeds video. If you did miss it last night, everybody, please go check out the fan phone in. It was so good. Really enjoyed it. Nearly on 7,000 views, which is unbelievable for a show which went on for about an hour and 50 minutes, I think. So yeah, some great opinions on there. Americans, Canadians, Australians, people from all different parts of the world. So it's great to know that Leeds does spread to all those different parts, and globalization is actually a thing with this club, and just shows as well the spread that we could have when the 49ers come in and we're able to market Leeds to different audiences. But we're here to discuss the latest transfer rumours regarding Leeds United. Please make sure you're liking the video so more people can see it. Make sure you let me know what you think in the comment section below about Jesse Marsch, about the recruitment, about the games coming up. Leeds have some massive games coming up, and simply everybody, we need to start seeing wins. No draws, obviously no losses. Wins need to be imperative for Leeds United now, because we are perilously close to that drop zone, only 1 point ahead, and we have 3 away games in our next 4, and in our next 4 includes arch rivals Manchester United. So huge month really for Leeds, and we need to start off at Nottingham Forest with a win. It's a must win. I'm not, Forest, I've got a really good home record at the minute. I didn't realise how good it was. I think in 2.5, 3 months, they haven't been beaten at home. Obviously, they've taken scalps. We've seen, obviously, they've beaten Leicester very recently, keeping a clean sheet against Leicester at home. They've got a good result against Chelsea as well, obviously beat Liverpool. So they're doing pretty well at home, and he seems to have turned it around a little bit, Steve Cooper. I never thought that Forest would go down anyway. I just thought, that momentum from the Championship, they were still able to keep hold of some of the key cogs, Worrell, Johnson, of that promotion team, and I think that always stands you in good stead with a little bit of sprinkling of quality. So huge games coming up. Everton as well. We know Everton are going to get on a new manager. We'll get onto who that could be toward the back end of the video, but yeah, we know there's going to be a little bit of a manager bounce there. Southampton have improved their form, and Leeds are sort of in that in-between phase at the minute, so things need to start happening quickly, and that could turn around with some transfers. But Phil Hay has spoken today that huge likelihood that Leeds United signed Diogo Montero in January. There's a high likelihood that Leeds will complete the signing of young defender Diogo Montero in the January transfer window, says Phil Hay. Obviously, this is going to be part of the anticipating talent recruitment programme, and he's only 17 years of age. He's going to be, I don't think he can sign before his 18th birthday, so that's something to keep an eye on. But overall, I think on the transfer front, Rutter is a really good deal. We're not seeing any of him yet, and I think maybe at the start that clouded a lot of Leeds fans' opinions of where the club actually are at the minute. We brought in a big signing. Let's take it away from, the concerns that we have on the pitch. But it's a good signing. As we mentioned last night on the fan phone in, I think we're a top 10 team when it's going forward. I think going forward we have a top 10 output. I think the problem is, even with us scoring goals, and we mentioned this last night, loads of fans were saying the same thing, just in case you think I've got this agenda against Jesse Marsch, I think that a better manager, a more expansive manager, a manager that plays and manipulates space and plays a lot wider, I think you see a lot of success with Leeds when we play a little bit wider, and the fans obviously still love it. I think you'd get even more out of that front line. I really do. I think Sinisterra, I think Nonto in particular, if he's hugging the touchline, players of that ilk. Jack Harrison obviously thrived in a Marcelo Bielsa system, which was just him being wide. We saw a different Jack Harrison, haven't we, the last couple of games when he sort of drifted in, which has been good. But I think this team, honestly, going forward, it just needs a little bit of a click. That's all it needs. And when it clicks into gear, if we're a little bit more expansive, I really think we will terrify teams. I think we've got enough talent, a lot of efficiency going forward, and I think and I'm very happy with that. I just don't know. Even though we are scoring goals, I still think we can score more with a different style. However, that's by the by. Let me know what you think in the comment section below to that. Anyway, getting back onto Diogo Montero, it's great that we're bringing a centre back in. Maybe he can bring himself through the ranks a little bit quicker. Obviously, we saw with Willian Jonso, it felt like his first introduction to this Leeds United side was going to be in the youth setup, but he was that good that he, bolstered his way up into that first team, and now he's arguably the best player in the entire squad. So yeah, I mean, you're expecting Diogo to be decent. We know with our youth products that have been signed that there is a pathway to that first team, which is really good from Leeds United's point of view. And yeah, I'm excited by this one. I think any centre-back coming in is a positive. I think you're obviously going to see someone like Charlie Cresswell go away as well, get sold. I think that's definitely going to happen. Excuse me. So yeah, let's keep an eye on that one. But let's hope he can get his way through the ranks and really get himself in that first team mix, because the centre backs at this club just aren't good enough. And wouldn't it be great if Montero is good enough to almost have the Montero Verba back two? I mean, Verba's made such a difference. I think he's the leadership and how good he is at the back, just in being a conductor. I think he's just so pivotal in this side. But yeah. I think the narrowness, as I've said before, is going to be a problem going forward, because I don't think we're going to be able to utilise the full attributes of our front line. However, if we're not conceding goals and we start winning games 1-0 and, all this sort of stuff, that is absolutely perfect for me. So Nicolo Aniolo is a player that obviously we've known about for years. He's been at AS Roma, coached by Jose Mourinho, and apparently he's fallen out of love with him at Roma, so he's on the transfer list, and apparently it's between Leeds and Spurs. Apparently, obviously, Victor Orta is a big fan of him. Victor Orta has had links with Roma before. Roma have approached him for the job before, so there clearly are links there with himself and obviously Roma. So yeah, keep an eye on that one. Will we go for Nicolo Zaniolo? Who knows? Obviously, he can play anywhere on the front line. Once again, it would not surprise me because Leeds just seem to add in the front spaces. But I think we need to be focusing a little bit behind, to be honest with you. But yeah, exciting news there. And to end the rumour mill, everybody, Everton, and I've been asked, and I'm going to be going on a couple of Everton channels. I've done a few bits regarding this news that Marcelo Bielsa is Farhad Moshiri's number one choice. Obviously, Farhad Moshiri is the owner of Everton. It needs to be, there needs to be a Bill Kenwright, Baron Baxendale. There needs to be an agreement across the board. But Farhad Moshiri's choice is Marcelo Bielsa. Now, would I be gutted at this? Yeah, of course I would. Of course I would. I mean, and listen. You'll get people in the comment section below saying, Marcelo Bielsa this, Marcelo Bielsa that, why are you going on about him? It's just because it's in the news. Just chill out. Marcelo was unbelievable for us. And I don't think it'd be a productive environment with him at Everton, because I don't think they'd give him the reins. We know what it's like with Bielsa. You have to give him everything. And I don't think he'd be convinced by the project at Everton. They seem to sack a manager every 9 to 10 months. I don't know if the manager would be as sort of passive, and when it came to Bielsa's methods that Andrea was. It was a last chance saloon for Leeds. We just missed out on Heckingbottom. Well, we just had Heckingbottom. We'd had Christensen before that, and somehow we managed to get Marcelo Bielsa through the door. This ex-Argentinian coach, this Olympic gold winning manager, this pragmatic, dynamic, sort of weird manager who really suited Leeds. And I'm not saying he wouldn't suit Everton, but I just don't see that working, because I think with Bielsa, you've got to give him the reins of the club. And if Moshiri's getting involved as much as he has been, that's not going to work with Marcelo. He'll just walk. So, yeah, I mean, it's exciting for Everton if they are to get him over the line. I don't know if he's the right man to go in when you're 20th in the table. I think he's a man who needs a project and to start at the beginning of the summer. And I also think this is almost a little bit of paper talk. However, the bookies' odds have shot down. I think he's 3-1 now, but obviously that's because people are putting bets on now because the rumours are getting a little bit more rife. But would I be gutted? Of course I would. I don't want to see Bielsa in the Premier League with another club. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Leeds coming up against Everton in 4 weeks' time when we can't buy a win and we're playing narrow football, struggling to get through the lines with the amount of potential that we have going forward. And then, if he made a sudden impact, Everton just playing a little bit more expansively and ripping us apart, don't fancy watching that. And obviously we all love Bielsa as well. So, listen, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, everyone. Would you be gutted if Marcelo went Merseyside? As I say, guys, leave a like on the video and make sure you go check the fan phone in from the other night. Have a good one, and I'll